Hello everyone. Today we are going to talk about domestic and international dimensions of monetary policy. So, are you all excited to know more about this topic? In this chapter, we have several learning objectives to identify the key factors that influence the quantity of money that the people desire to hold, to describe how the Federal Reserve's monetary policy actions influence the market interest rates, to evaluate how the expansionary and contractionary monetary policy actions affect the equilibrium real GDP and the price level in the short run, to understand the equation of exchange and its importance in the quantity theory of money and prices. Last but not the least, to explain how the Federal Reserve have implemented the credit policy since 2008. So let's start talking about money. Our fourth learning objective is to understand the equation of exchange and its importance in the quantity theory of money and prices. Most media discussions of inflation focus on the short run, when the price index can fluctuate due to several events like oil price shocks, labor union strikes, discoveries of large amount of natural resources. In the long run, however, empirical study shows that excessive growth in the money supply results in inflation. If the supply of money rises relative to the demand for money, people have more money balances than desired. They adjust their mix of assets to reduce the money balances in favor of other items. This ultimately causes their spending on goods and services to increase, and that results in a rise in the price level, or we can say inflation. Let's move on to the equation of exchange and the quantity theory. A simple way to show the relationship between the changes in the quantity of money in circulation and the price level is through the equation of exchange, and it is developed by Irving Fisher. The equation of exchange formula indicating that the number of monetary units, that is MS, times the number of each unit that is spent on the final goods and services, that is V, is identical to the price level P times the real GDP, that is P and Y. Price level is P and Y is the real GDP. Okay. The next concept is income velocity of money, and it is represented by V. It is the number of times per year a dollar is spent on the final goods and services, identically equal to the nominal GDP divided by the money supply. The equation of exchange as an identity. The equation of exchange must always be true. It is an accounting identity. The equation of exchange states that the total amount of funds which is spent on the final output, that is MSV, is equal to the total amount of funds received for the final output, that is PY. Thus, a given flow of funds can be viewed from either the buyer side or producer's side. The value of goods purchased is equal to the value of goods sold. If Y represents the real GDP and P is the price level, PY equals the dollar value of the national output of the goods and services, or we can say the nominal GDP. Thus, MSV is an identity, that is PY, that is identical to the nominal GDP. Now I am turning to the quantity theory of money and prices. This hypothesis says that changes in the money supply lead to equiproportional changes in the price level. If you assume that V and Y are constant, then an increase in the money supply, say by 20%, can lead to only a 20% increase in the price level. Thank you very much for paying attention to the lecture. Please feel free to post any questions, anything that you do not understand from this chapter, anything for which you need more clarification. Just drop me an email or message me on Canvas discussion board. Even you can use the Google Doc that I have shared with you. Learning is very important, and I'm here to help you to learn. Thank you very much.